Hey listeners, FNRad Season 11 is just around the corner. The days are starting to feel colder, and we just got our first dusting of snow. Pretty stoked. This is some reporting on a story that happened this week. Thanks for tuning in. In May of 1996, a Swedish kid with a loose grip on gravity launched himself off a hand-dug quarter-pipe takeoff at Riksgränsen. The photos hit like contraband scripture, a method so big it broke through the limits of our fledgling sport and got stapled directly into snowboarding's DNA. That rider was Ingemar Backman, and that air, documented, replayed, mythologized, became the blueprint for a whole generation of board culture. Fast forward to now, the relic from that day, the very board he rode when he hung there longer than physics should have allowed, resurfaces, not behind museum glass, but tossed raw into a Facebook swap meet for snow nerds and nostalgics, an unpolished post, 600 likes, 180 comments. How much is this board worth? Backman asks. As if you could ever tally the currency of a global shiver in one auction block. So I called him, we hit record, and this is where we try to answer the questions about value, about history, about the mythology of fiberglass and Arctic air, and the rumors that started 3 days ago with an innocent post. Okay, so this board, when it came up for sale this week, was like insane.
I never got so many messages and, in my whole life as I got, these last 2 days. It was, most people, they say the board is priceless. I should keep it. It belongs to a museum. And
Yes.
I never really expected people to think the board was that important. I was thinking like people think the air is a big part of the history, but I didn't expect the reaction about the actual board. And that surprised me a lot, because for me, I have all the memories from that day, and the board was just the board I was riding. I have everything else.
So what were the circumstances that led you to make that post? We're dying to know.
Actually, this board was lost, maybe 20 years it was lost. And I thought I didn't have it anymore. And because I give all my boards away all the time, but I didn't have a memory giving this board away. And I thought, but I should not have been giving this board away because I didn't remember it, but I couldn't find it, but I wasn't really looking for it. And I remember, even my trophies, the Aaron Style 94 and the win also 98 and third place 01, that all those trophies I just left in the hotel room when I checked out, because so I didn't really care about, these kind of things. But then I was at my mom's house a couple of years ago, and I found this board. And in the beginning, I was like, wow, that's a board. I wonder if it is. And then I saw it's a painting of a seagull, a bird on the nose. I saw that, that's the board. And I knew it. Then I figured out, okay, stashed away. Maybe, okay, I probably was hiding it away just to keep it.
Yeah.
But it was so long ago. So it was like, I was surprised that it was coming back to me.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then I took it to Swanstein. We had it, at the ski resort in the shop. People can check it out, and it was just, around. And then 2 years ago, when I didn't have a lot of money, I was looking at the board, and I was like, maybe this board can help me, and if I really need, maybe I can sell it. I was thinking already 2 years ago, and it was like, I already pretty much said goodbye to the board, and I knew I don't have to keep it. Why should it be in my? It was not in my room. It was just in the closet.
Yeah.
So it didn't collecting dust. Then time went on, and the last 2 seasons, the last money I had, I just spent on snowboarding. So I didn't have any income, and I couldn't figure out, how to get more money. I tried to go back to become a professional poker player. I really gave it a try. I went on 4 trips around to Europe. It was pretty much just breaking even. So it ended up that poker didn't, save my situation.
Yeah.
It's not a good environment, to be at casinos, and it's kind of depressing, and you get out of shape, and there are long hours. So I didn't, like enjoy it too much. Even if playing poker is fun, it wouldn't be like a lifestyle I want to go back to. So I was hoping if I get one big win, that will save it. But if to get a big win in a tournament, like there's a lot of luck also.
Yeah, of course.
And I gave it, a big try, like four big trips, and I ended up coming back home, and I didn't have any money, so I couldn't even pay my rent, for half a year. So I was pretty much thrown out from my apartment.
Oh wow!
And but I was the owner of the apartment, so I could sell it. And then when I sold it, I didn't get the money back I put in. I ended up, owing a little bit of money to the government. And that's not a good situation in Sweden, because if you owe money to the government, you like nobody would rent an apartment to you, or you cannot really do a lot of things because you're on that kind of blacklist thing.
Yep.
You kind of have to get away from that first, and then you can start move around and do stuff. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe the board could actually save me. If I sell it, maybe I can get back on track. I already sold, so much stuff, my old snowboards, skateboards. I even sold my furniture and clothing. I even sold my TV because, and that was just, to get money for food and, to, keep the month going so I can still, keep on living.
Yeah. Wow.
So I was thinking maybe if I put it in a Facebook group with collectors, it's not going to be too many people that want to pay money for it, not maybe a little bit, but then I saw this Tony Hawk board is for sale, and even if they started with estimate price $500,000 for that, I was like, oh, that's way too much. That's crazy. Like, I don't think anybody's going to pay that. I actually contacted Julian's auction and sent them some photos, and had a video meeting with them, and they were really stoked. They knew me, they knew about the backside air, and they were like, for sure, like, this is a good piece we can sell for you. So that gave me hope that, maybe I can actually sell it for real and get some money for it. And I was waiting until Tony Hawk sold his board, and I saw the price, and I was also like, okay, people pay a lot of money for old stuff.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to, but I have no idea, like old snowboard, maybe it's not the same for sure. But so I was thinking like I should at least post it on Facebook and see what the snowboard community and all the snowboard collectors think, if this will be like a valuable thing. Old Atlantis board is not sold that much money.
No.
But maybe if they think it's it's the board I did the backside air with, and it's maybe a lot more value, or maybe not, I didn't know. So then when I made a post, I was really surprised that so many people care about the board. It's like priceless. It's a part of history. So it gave me a different meaning. It's not just something to make money out of. It's like it's important for the snowboard community and the snowboard history. And then a couple of good friends reached out to me, like good friends from that has been in the snowboard industry and community, a long time. And they were like, I was honest with them, and I told them about my situation. Like, the reason I sell it is actually I actually need money for real, because I'm really bad at asking for anything. So I never asked anybody to help me with my situation. These guys reached out to me, so then I at least was honest and explained, and they were right away, straight up, like, just whatever you do, don't sell the board. We will, fix your situation. We promise. And I trust these friends.
That's epic.
That's the situation now. Now I'm confident. I don't need to sell the board.
Yeah. So after this whole thing, you have a deeper connection with the board, and you get to keep it. That's really great news, actually.
Actually, right after I got all these messages and all this, people had so much feelings about the boards. They were like caring, people I don't know, people that I knew, people from back in the days. Like, it was like mind wobbling, with the trucks. When you have a lot of speed, you wobble.
Yeah.
I was like checking out, I remember like a story about the sword, like Excalibur. And I thought, but this is like, it has a meaning, it's a story. It's not just a board anymore. It's like the Excalibur sword to me now that I should protect.
I love that, dude. That's so sick.
And also then with all these people that has museums in Europe and America and Canada, they maybe said they can't pay a lot of money for it, but they really would love to, get the board somehow, help me. And so I was thinking like, I should definitely send the board on a tour, and it should start in Riksgränsen. Next May, it's 30 years anniversary in Riksgränsen. So I should just bring it there as a display, and after this event that we are organizing, it should actually be traveling. And for sure, America, North America, where snowboarding came from and skateboarding and my influence, it's like for sure should get over there. And I already know, people that will be stoked to have it and display it. So that should be the future of the board.
I love it, dude. That's perfect.
Yeah, if nobody cared, I'll sell it right away, because to me, it's like gonna sort out my situation, or maybe almost sort out my situation. But when people care, I care, because I snowboarding is so important, for me. The whole community, the history. I fell back in love with snowboarding after not being able to ride for 10 years. So now I definitely feel I'm not letting go of snowboarding and my passion for it.